Hello, I'm David Stratton, and I'm talking now about a very good new film from Romania, Graduation. It's the fourth film made by the talented director Cristian Mungiu, and it shared the award for Best Director last year at the Cannes Film Festival with Personal Shopper. His new film is set firmly in the present, but still the shadow of the communist strongman lingers on in the new Romania, not least in a grassroots system of wholesale corruption. The film's central character is Dr. Roman Aldea, who lives in a grim-looking block of apartments in a shabby street with his defeated wife Magda and his pretty, intelligent daughter Eliza. Near the beginning of the film, someone, who's actually never identified, throws a rock through the window of the Aldea's apartment, and there's a pervasive feeling of barely concealed threat that permeates the neighborhood. Eliza is about to take her vital graduation exams, and depending on her marks, she may get a scholarship to Cambridge confirmed. But on the morning of the exam, after her father has dropped her near the school, Eliza is assaulted, robbed, and almost raped, though she manages to fight off her attacker. Aldea sets about pulling strings to make sure she gets the marks he's convinced that she deserves. The local police inspector, an old friend, suggests he contact the vice mayor, who needs a liver transplant, but despite his status is low on the waiting list. Aldea has contacts in the medical profession who can help with the transplant, and the mayor is willing to contact the head of school studies, and so it goes on and on. Everybody scratches somebody else's back and earns favours to beat the system. Aldea is fanatical about wanting his daughter to get out of Romania. It's a country he's come to hate, and he wants her to make a life for herself in the West. He and Magda had in fact emigrated during the communist era, but then they returned after the fall of Ceausescu in 1991, and that's something he now deeply regrets.
Tu crezi că pentru noi e ușor? Asta e viața. Copiii trebuie să se rupă de părinți și să trăiască pe picioarele lor.
Tata, să nu te superi dacă n-am să fac mie totul la teză, da?
Eliza, tu trebuie să faci ce poți tu mai bine, pentru că e păcat să pierzi șansa asta. Sunt unele lucruri importante în viață care depind de foarte puțin. Și anumite momente nu trebuie pierdute.
As for Eliza, she's not so sure about leaving, and maybe her generation will be able to help the troubled country make a new, fresh start. Aldea can easily justify his actions. He's a loving parent. He seeks only a level playing field for his daughter, or at least that's what he tells himself. But unfortunately for him, one of the officials from whom he seeks a favour is already the subject of a police investigation. This is the legacy of the dictatorship, Mungiu is saying, along with the dreary, identical rows of buildings, the rundown streets, the parks, the drab interiors. Visually, the film impresses with rather stylized photography. The camera occupies the position of the audience, the observer of these shabby goings-on. The only music we hear comes from the radio or from CDs. It's often said that the arts, including cinema, reflect the time and the place where they were created. And by this reasoning, modern-day Romania is a country in trouble. But by shining a spotlight on the everyday corruption and dirty dealing, Mungiu enables us to understand just why his homeland is struggling to escape from the legacy of the dictatorship that ruined it and betrayed its people for so many years. It's an absolutely fascinating film, and I'm giving Graduation 4 stars.